Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. It has finished. Arsenal 2, Spurs 1, the North London derby. Yet again, London is red. This is your match reaction. We're going to be talking about so many things that happened in that game. What did we agree upon? What didn't we agree upon? Smash the like button if you like the channel. Smash the subscribe button if you want to find the channel again. For me, it has been a very interesting one. Very interesting one. I even don't think I'm going to see another North London derby this in this decade as interesting as this. Arsenal on tenterhooks in the last 10 minutes, but we kept our win, we kept our lead, and I'm going to speak about that in a minute. There's so many talking points in this one, many positives, many negatives, especially for the side of Arsenal. I think Spurs had the character. I think Jose Mourinho is gonna be very disappointed with the result, and we were lucky to get that result. That's the truth. We were very lucky. But let us move step by step into the match. First and foremost, I think the lineups were okay, very nice. I think Mikel Arteta actually did what I thought he would do. He went with Emile Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard, Xhaka, and Thomas Partey. We had 4 midfielders in this game. What he tried to do was try to suffocate it for Spurs, try to make it hard for Spurs. And you see, when Emile Smith-Rowe goes off the pitch, Saka goes off the pitch, and then we have Willian and Pepe. We have 2 wingers actually stretching play. We get it very tough we get it very rough from Spurs. Ndombele and Højbjerg and Sissoko, try to get the midfield and try to man the midfield. So I think in the first place he got his lineups very right, and it was brilliant. I think Spurs were also very good when it comes to the way they set up. It's only they were a little bit unfortunate that Son goes off the pitch, very early. I mean, we were lucky that Son gets that injury very early in the day, but in the first half, I think it was a 50-50 game. Arsenal dominated some part of the first half, and then Spurs dominated the other half of the first half. What a goal from Eric Lamela. What a brilliant goal from Eric Lamela. Absolutely nobody is going to say shit about that goal. It was a very brilliant individual skill, and Burnley absolutely had no chance. But I'm going to ask myself, that ball is in our penalty area for almost 18-20 seconds. Why aren't we clearing it? And where does Lamela get all that time to pull off that skill? And we are not clearing that ball without any opposition. I think there's a little bit of a problem there, and I have a big problem with that. I don't like it when players come to Emirates Stadium and pull off such nice tactics, nice skills. I think it was a defensive weakness that we have to deal with. Then we talk about the Martin Odegaard goal, the equalizer. That was brilliant. Kian Tierney takes issues in his own hands, gets in there. Instead of crossing that ball high, he decides to cut back, and Martin Odegaard is in space, taps that. I think it gets a deflection from a Spurs player, and I don't care who it was, and I don't want to know whether it takes a deflection or not, but the goal is given to Martin Odegaard, and that is 2 goals for Martin Odegaard in the last 2 games, and what a performance he had in this one. But and what I like about Odegaard is he is always all over the pitch. Look at where he is at that moment. That is where you want your number 10 to be, because Alexander Lacazette is literally in front of him, and just behind him, because Lacazette is in front of him, pulls away the 2 central defenders, and behind him is Martin Odegaard arriving to provide that finesse, which is actually very interesting. And I think that actually for me summed up the first half. It was either Spurs or Arsenal having possession. We created chances. They created chances in the first half. All we didn't do was score many goals. I thought we could actually have scored 2 goals, in the first half, because we had the lion's share of the ball. Of course, there were so many uncertainties in that one. We hit the woodwork. Emile Smith-Rowe should have scored that one in the first half, and everybody's going to believe, we should have scored that one. We should have had 2 goals, in the first half. Our finishing was not so good. In the second half, when we begin, it's business as usual. Arsenal go back to attacking ways, pressing Spurs against the peto, and then we get a second goal. That penalty. We should talk about the penalty, by the way, because by the time the challenge comes in, Alexander Lacazette has already kicked the ball and it's gone. So was it a penalty in the first place? As an Arsenal fan, I'm gonna say it's a penalty. It was a penalty because I think why I think it was given. The defender has no chance, absolutely no chance of getting that ball. No chance. And the other thing is he takes this tackle against Alexander Lacazette when the ball has already gone. So I think that's the reason as why the penalty is given. And I would have given it as well. So, okay, that was a penalty. But let us look at the creation of the goal and the creation of the penalty. Pepe, that pass was masterclass. That pass was masterclass from Nicola Pepe to look for Lacazette, who takes a very brilliant first touch. I think the first touch was also very, very brilliant. And then, of course, the finishing was so poor. If it were not for Davis's reckless, tackle, I think we wouldn't have had the penalty or the second goal. But Lacazette takes the penalty very calmly and very well. He scored now 6 out of 6 penalties, which is actually very good out of him. And I think, he's gonna be very proud of himself because he gets this chance to play for Arsenal in the North London derby, precisely because Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is under punishment. That's why he plays, and I think he actually delivered a very, very good job. After that, we play on. We continue to possess. Eric Lamela gets a red card, which I think was reckless because he's in possession and then he literally hits his hand in the face of Kian Tierney, uncalled for. Tierney is miles and is, yes, I understand he's approaching, but Lamela's body is actually in between the ball and Kian Tierney. There was no way Kian Tierney was going to take the ball, and he literally does something so stupid. And if you look at Jose Mourinho's reaction, he's saying, this is shit. This is so wrong. And it was indeed very, very, very wrong. So, apart from that, I think the rest of the game, it was Spurs. It was Spurs. And that is my problem with Arsenal. That is it. Spurs are down to 10 men in the last 13 minutes. We don't create a chance. We don't see goal. We are on tenterhooks. They're hitting the woodwork. They're, actually, Ken hit the woodwork and also scored an offside goal. What the fuck is going on at this football club? Self-destruction. That is the problem. That's the problem in Arsenal, and I think we need to talk about it. I just wish this was live, because I don't get it why we become absolutely dead in the last 13 minutes. Spurs are 10 men, and I'm asking myself, instead of getting this ball and providing, I just don't know. I just don't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. But anyway, it's a nice game. It's a nice win, and I think it boosts our confidence, and probably it's a blow for Tottenham Hotspur.